Hey Pisces, welcome to She-ruhz Tarot. Today's read's a general read for the collective of Pisces. That means anybody that has Pisces anywhere in their chart, this message is meant for you. It may not necessarily be your personal message. It might be a message for the person sitting next to you that has Pisces in their chart. But I truly intend to get this message directed to you since you're taking the time out of your day to observe this read. Spirit may decide to hijack the message and kind of take over. Sometimes they like to throw a little wrench in my intent, but not normally. Normally they stick with it, but sometimes they get on me. And when they do, they like to, let's say if you're interacting with an individual, then they will provide the message directed to them. Or, the message directed to you. The message can get pretty crazy. It can flip flop back and forth, whether it's in regards to them or to you. And it's kind of up to you to figure out who it's referring to at this moment in time. The only way you can do that is if Spirit decides to do that, is ask yourself, is this something I would do? Or is this something they would do? Or is this something that has happened, which is the best question in all honesty? Because this is a current status read of where you're sitting currently. So ask yourself that, and then you'll have your answer. You should recognize whether or not this is or is not your read within the first couple of minutes, especially if you ask yourself those questions. Is this something that's already happened? Or is this something that's currently happening? If you do not feel comfortable with this being your read and you feel that it's not, then I definitely encourage you to go observe your other natal chart zodiacs. They may carry the message that you actually are truly seeking to help get you through or to help provide you with the guidance you're seeking. As usual, this read, we will do a quick read of the main tarot, and then we'll do some clarification, and then we'll get into the heart of it, or why we're really here is for the guidance in order to uh, see what Spirit has to say for direction and whether or not you choose to take in that information, guidance, or to disregard it. Sometimes Spirit definitely has some much more encouraging guidance than we are able to see ourselves. And that's where they're kind of the unemotionally attached third eye, so to speak. They're not attached to anything, and they're able to see everything without emotions being involved. So that's always a good thing to have that. So, with all that being said, I would like to ask Spirit to come forward and assist Pisces in opening their eyes to see, their ears to hear, their heart to feel, and their intuition to discern the message they are about to receive. So we're going to do a quick overview, like I said, for the overall energy. We have the Seven of Swords sitting up there. So either we're trying to be, so to speak, sneaky, but not necessarily sneaky. We're just trying to not be noticed in reevaluating how to go about our next step. So you're not, announcing it. And again, apply where appropriate. Could be the other party that it's referring to. That we're trying to be incognito on the next step that we're taking. So we're reevaluating a situation. Okay. That's the overall energy. This is the recent past, current, and to come. It's kind of a short read unless we have to get, elaborated in the read here. Just to find out current status and see where you're kind of sitting, and if Spirit feels that maybe you would like some extra help, some guidance to help you see which path is open to you in order for you to step forward. And especially with the Seven of Swords showing here, and then we got the Five of Swords heading in reverse, but it's not in reverse yet. The Chariot we have laying on its side heading towards the reverse, and we have the Knight of Wands heading towards the reverse again. So you Pisces right now if this is you and you're not applying it towards the other individual that you may be interacting with, you're kind of sitting in a difficult situation right now. Definitely trying to see a different route in order for you to take. So, you know, sometimes I myself would welcome the unattached guidance in order to help me see which path that I maybe am not seeing. So, enough babble from me. I'm sorry. The recent past, we have the Five of Swords, and it's heading towards being in the reverse. Um, oh, I do want to point out that on the bottom of the deck, we have the Devil here. So there was or is some toxicity in a situation that needs to be worked on and overcome. However, we may not actually may not be able to see how to overcome it, which again would be the Seven of Swords, trying to evaluate how to break that. And the toxicity can be an addiction, an obsession, um, fears, you know, a bond that you feel like you're not able to break. Okay, so with the Five of Swords heading towards being in the reverse, we're getting ready to just walk away from the situation, throw down the swords, and you know, just throw down the swords and take the higher path. Then we have the Chariot, and it's heading towards being in the reverse. It's not quite there yet. You know, we're still in that contemplative moment, and that is, you know, putting everything on hold, and that's where you're sitting right now. You're kind of in limbo of putting things on hold. You're deciding the factors, whether or not, again, evaluating which path to go down, and you're just trying to get some insight. You're reviewing everything, looking at everything, trying to figure out which direction to take next. And so you're not moving anywhere right now. And then we have, again, the Knight of Wands, and it's a little bit more heading towards being in the reverse. Just a smidgen, as you can see. Instead of it being straight across, it's actually kind of tilted a little bit more, kind of like at 8:30, if you were to see it as a clock, 8:30-ish, and this is, you know, well, actually, I'm sorry, 9:30-ish. I'm not doing well on my clock visual here. So this would be 9:30-ish. This is 9 o'clock. But we have the Knight of Wands, and it is heading towards being in the reverse as well. Again, in the contemplative situation, this is what's to come, possible outcome, and that is, you know, debating on not moving forward at all, cooling your jets, cooling your heels, refusing to move forward. That can be what it's referring to. Now, with how everything's fallen, that is the direction I'm taking as far as the message coming through, because that is how I feel that this message is leading. Is you are just truly in a contemplative situation of needing to know which direction to go, or just needing insight how to overcome this toxic situation of needing to make a decision to move forward. Well, let's see if we can get some clarification for you here, Pisces, because I don't know what has you in. What is that? They just said to me, locked. It's like two things butting heads together, and neither one's moving, and you're locked in that, or you feel like you're locked in that right now. So let's do some clarification here for you, Pisces. Please clarify Seven of Swords. Okay, then. Yeah, you're holding back, reevaluating the situation. Well, we already know that. We're pretty clear. You're trying to get all your information, and you're trying to keep your emotions out of it so that you can be analytical about the situation and decide what needs to be truly cut away. Judgment, so you can make that decision. Okay, so please clarify the Five of Swords for Pisces heading towards being in the reverse. Please clarify the Five of Swords heading towards reverse for Pisces. King of Cups, water element, You may be, excuse me, interacting with the water element or just wanting to be happy. These fell out with it, so we're going to have a look and see what they have to say. Four of Cups, an opportunity that may have been oversighted, and so decided to let the divine lead you towards bringing things to an end. So you basically threw your hands up in the air and said, okay, let it be what it needs to be, and let it come to an end if it needs to come to an end, so that you can then be happy. Ten of Cups. And can also be referring to your happiness, the King of Cups. Take this as you will, but again, it's an opportunity that you kind of threw your hands up in the air and said, lead me where I need to be, bring it to an end, and even though it hurts, bring it to an end if it needs to come to an end. Please clarify the Chariot heading towards reverse for Pisces. Please clarify the Chariot heading towards reverse for Pisces. Well, we have the Magician coming out of being in reverse. And that is, deception. Having a difficult time just manifesting what you want to manifest, what you want to bring forward. Tower on its side. So you know that the Tower is coming. You're still working on holding on to, or you're heading towards holding on to the belief that you will attain your wish to have an exciting new beginning with a possible partner heading towards you. So you believe that all of this is coming your way. You're just having a difficult time making it happen. And in truth, an inability to make it happen. And so, there's no path at this moment for you to decide to choose and move forward towards currently. Again, earth element, self-sufficient individual, but little guarded, wanting to make themselves happy. And so we're watching everything so that we can then make a clear decision. Well, that's awful crazy right there. So please clarify the Knight of Wands heading towards reverse for Pisces of what's to come. Strength. Can be a fire element, or they can have fire in their charts. Not necessarily the case. It can be just drawing on that energy, or you can be drawing on that energy. They need to be strong and confident in yourself so that you can stand on your own 2 feet. Take on the attitude of the Nine of Pentacles. Somebody that's, they're strong in their own right, and they don't need anybody else. So standing strong and refusing to budge, refusing to move forward. Taking repose in regards to that. So at the bottom of the deck here, there's a little message here. So we've evaluated the entirety of the situation in regards to the relationship, or a relationship that is very, very close. It's a very deep relationship, an extreme bond. And so we're going to wait on something to come. So you've sent out, or you've attempted to send out and call in what you wanted to make things work, I'm gathering. So you're going to wait for that, and it's, stressing you out waiting for that to happen, and this is to come. So you can then have an equal give and take. You're kind of sitting in limbo, waiting, looking at the entire picture, and then in the meantime, the Queen of Pentacles, Earth element, is, making themselves happy. So, for the current situation, we already had the Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. So this Earth element is focused about themselves. Not necessarily a narcissistic situation, but more they're just, taking care of themselves, making themselves happy, making their own wishes happen. And that's to come. Strength, being strong, standing your ground, and not budging, not bending, and not moving towards what's being called or what is driving you. Because it is a toxic situation when you're, description I just received was nose ring on a cow. I was literally just given the picture of a nose ring on a cow, and it being guided. So to those that are receiving this message and that pertains to you, apply it where it's appropriate, okay? All right, so let's see if we can get some messages for you here, Pisces, and how to go about being strong. Find something that excites you. Focus on what excites you. Find your peace, your balance in there. Allow the divine to guide you so you can move towards an equal give and take with, your match. So your match is in there, and there will be Three of Pentacles is behind that. So cooperation, teamwork. So you, or it could be referring to, well, let's put it this way: Earth element, Capricorn. This is actually a Capricorn, but it's Earth element, as somebody very strong that has strategy. They make plans and they're very successful, financially very stable. They're not rich necessarily, but they definitely got, they've got some financial support. They are the individual that is basically, they're at the Ten of Pentacles at all times. They financially are completely stable, even when it seems like they're not. But so to have an equal give and take with the King of Pentacles, with this Earth element, and things will work. Things will work. So find something that excites you. Focus on that. And then you will lead towards finding your own peace, your own balance. And yes, that is what I was just told. This is law of attraction. If you are allowing yourself, nose ring, to be pulled and tugged by them, then that will continue to happen. But if you pull back, rip that nose ring out, stand on your own 2 feet, and refuse to budge, law of attraction, you will draw in what is more fitting. Okay, well, that is your message for the day, Pisces. Basically, stand strong, kid. Stand strong. That's the message I'm getting for you. I need to stand strong. So let's have a look and see about the energies that are in here. And remember, these energies, like I said earlier, they or you can be just drawing on this energy. It's not necessarily Leo energy in your chart. You could have it. They could have it. But more so just drawing on it and pulling on it. And most often it is in your chart somewhere, so that you can draw on that and be able to utilize that energy. But I just wanted to point that out, okay? So what we have down here, and remember I only do major arcanas, not minors. The more majors you have, the more the divine and the universe are at work, clearing your path, making it nice and smooth so you can walk towards your goals, right? The more minors, the more stumbling blocks are there, and they're waiting for you to make a decision so they can jump in and clear that path for you. All right, so we have, like I said, Leo, we have Virgo, Cancer, Aries, Scorpio, Aquarius, and that's it. Okay, so with all that being said, I pray that this message has found who it needed to find, been delivered to those seeking the information and the guidance that they've received through this message on your current status. I look forward to next week. I believe next week is leading us into the new month. So we shall see what the month of spring brings us. Ostara. Until then, may all your decisions and choices be very, very blessed.